it's lovely.
We're in the middle of it. It's beautiful. Look at this.
It's the remarkable complexity in each layer of cells that we don't realize make up our skin.
And it shows that skin is universal. Whether you have light skin or dark skin, the structure is identical, except for the varying amounts of pigment in the pigment cells.
It's really clear that the manifestation of the color of our skin, each of us, is just in that one little layer of cells.
I think we need to talk about this a lot to children, to adults, just, how little different we are. I think one of the things that's interesting for both of us is that we have skin that can become much darker, but because we spend so much time in our offices and labs, we never actually realize our tanning potential. When we look at the map of solar radiation, we can really appreciate how skin color evolved because the pigment is a natural sunscreen. And so in areas where we have a lot more sunshine and intense sunshine throughout the year, we have more protective pigment in our skin. We actually need these two levels, dark protective pigmentation and lighter depigmented skin. The light skin is actually really important to allow some ultraviolet radiation to make vitamin D in the skin.
When I look at that map, besides seeing that the equator is so amazing in terms of the color of skin, one part that I find really compelling is that there's these dots within these ranges where mountains are, right? And so then the solar radiation changes and the skin color changes. The amount of light one needs changes just in those little parts.
Skin color is a real compromise, and it's a beautiful story of evolution. I just love it.
Oh, Nina, finally the bacteria, the microbiome.
So what's going on? Is this part of the protective layer on our skin?
Absolutely. All of us, Nina, are covered with a film called a biofilm of bacteria. In fact, on our whole bodies, there are 10 times more bacterial cells than human cells. So you're only 10% human, you're 90% bacterial, right? And these bacteria are our 24/7 partners that make our lives possible. And the ones on our skin are actually acting as an extra protective barrier that keeps harmful microbes from getting us, keeps environmental insults from hurting us. And so they're working there all the time, right, to keep us alive and to keep our skin healthy.
Right. So that raises the whole question of what happens when the microbiome of the skin is disturbed.
Exactly. Then what happens is that you can get skin diseases or infections, right? And I think one of the other just amazing parts about the microbiome is that you inherit it like your own human DNA. You inherit this microbiome from your parents. And so what happens is that babies are born or are sterile, and then over the first year of life, they inherit this amazing microbiome that stays with us our whole life, right? And provides us 100 times more genes than our human genomes have that allow us to actually be alive and to do things that our own human genomes have not evolved to do. So they're invisible, right? So most people only think about bacteria when they feel terrible. Like it's not like you get up and you eat your breakfast and you thank your microbiome, but we should, right? And so like what's so remarkable is that this set of organisms with their genes are hand in hand interacting with our genes, our skin, right, our environment, to actually give us the kind of life we have.
This whole thing of the diversity of the microbiome is so unexpected, even for biologists. But what happens as we get older?
So this is an active area of investigation, but as we age, the diversity of bacteria on us and in us goes down. And the idea is that perhaps, along with our own human genes and the environment, that lack and changing diversity, which bacteria are there, how many species, is actually playing into our aging process.
Wow. So we can actually imagine maybe a time in the future when we can replenish our skin microbiome with a youthful microbiome.
Exactly. So that is the fantasy, right? And right now that's far away in science because we're only learning about the microbiome. But if we could actually understand who, meaning which microbes are doing what and where, if scientists could understand that, then there could be a day where I give you your extremely personalized microbiome potion that actually you would put on, it would stay there, and it would keep you healthy and youthful and vibrant for much longer.
Remarkable. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be the greatest.